Aquarius, hey there beautiful. Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for Aquarius. Any placements, cross watchers are also welcome here. I am going to speak to you like you are an Aquarius sun sign, however. This is a love reading and we're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy. Anywhere from single to married, could be dealing with a Virgo, and anywhere in between, or a Libra or a Taurus. I do feel like you're all up in your Empress energy. I feel like solidify, well, this is a weird message, just solidifying things. I feel like you are, I feel like you're, it's so cute. I'm watching you kind of moving slowly. First of all, you're an airbender. I'm just going to tell you that about yourself. I actually am watching you kind of, it's super gangster, okay? I'm watching you. I wish you could see me right now, but I'm gonna do I'm watching you walk like this, right? And I'm watching you move the air. I'm watching you move the air. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. And but you're solidifying your place in this world. You're letting motherfuckers know you ain't fucking with me. I ain't fucking with you. This is my spot. And it's not, you're not being mean, but you're letting motherfuckers know this your spot. You ain't fucking with it. I ain't gonna fuck with your spot, but you definitely ain't gonna fuck with mine. And I'm not even sure what that's about, but that's what I'm watching right now. And this is a love reading, and I'm sorry, that has probably nothing to do with this love reading. So let's get into your actual love reading, which, again, we're going to be looking at their energy, your energy, and a potential outcome. Anything you need to know about me, Aquarius, you can find in the About section of my channel. And I can't get over this movement you're doing. I got goosebumps all over my body. I can't even, who am I fucking with right now? You're so gangster, I can't stand it. I got goosies all over. Okay. So anyway, so whoever you are, yeah, powerful. But what I'm saying is that your smooth moves are what is making it so fucking, like, you don't have to tell nobody they ain't fucking with you. It's like your movement is making motherfuckers know you better not fuck with me, but you don't have to tell people that. Like, it's so cool. Okay, sorry. Here we go. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much and welcome back. If you are not and you resonate with this, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, if this reading does resonate for you, don't forget to hit that little thumb. All right, let's get at it. Oh, baby. Well, somebody's got you feel left out. Well, we're going to get more. We're just going to get more, okay? I feel like they're doing some internal work, and that might be why. Closing out some cycles, okay? Justice will be served regardless, and that is the great part about life. You know, anytime we're feeling this left out feeling, it does lead to the best part of our life. I know that sounds fucking weird and shaky, but it's not weird and shaky. It's real. Let's get more. So, yeah, just a huge awakening after a heartbroken kind of... yeah, owie stuff. We're gonna clarify everything, babies, but I do feel you moving away from that heartbreak. Again, I don't know if you're breaking up with somebody or they're breaking up with you. Could be a Libra or a Virgo. I feel Virgo pretty strongly here. But what I do know is that this Five of Pentacles it's uncomfortable, it feels kind of isolated, it feels left out, it can feel very lackey, but it always leads to, sometimes we even consciously move into a Five of Pentacles space in our life. I've done this in order to let go of some sort of the egotistical belief system, in order to really catch all of the things that we're meant to have in this lifetime too. So I'm just going to say that before we go into your reading. I want to say also that I just love you, and your energy is already just so, I can't kind of get over just that energy. It's so, you're just so integral, Aquarius. I just love you so much. And what I'm feeling is that there's a lot of sketchy shit going on around you. I feel like you're minding your damn business. You ain't letting nobody in your business. You're minding your business. You're not getting in anybody else's shit. You're carrying the weight of your shit, and you're not putting it on nobody. But I do feel like you're almost, this is a lot of pain here, baby. Owie. So I'm glad you're here because we're going to heal it. I can't heal it for you right this second. I am going to put some Reiki energy into it. And we're going to try to work through this with you as much as we can. But God's working with you on this as well. And again, all this pain, you can't see it. The moon card is here. It is leading to all of the best things that are ever going to happen to you in this lifetime. God is calling you through. Probably all of this pain is not even from this current situation. This is called past trauma that we've held on to, usually from our childhood. And I was just talking to somebody about this. it's excruciating. But what happens when we are involved in childhood trauma is that we are too young and we are too delicate to actually feel. You know, when you cry when you're a kid and you go through something, you stub your toe, you get your feelings hurt at school, you cry it out, you feel better. You know that relief you feel when you cry as a baby, as a child? When you go through a childhood that is traumatic, like you have life or death situations that you shouldn't have to deal with, abuse, neglect, any type of abuse, where you traditionally are so young and frail, you really cannot actually feel all of that pain. So your body builds a barrier, a wall, and you literally start to numb all of that pain out. This is what I'm getting off of this right now, is that so because you're in a space right now where you're going to do a bit of healing and awakening from all of that trauma that you numbed out as a child is going to start coming back to the surface to be felt. It might be doing that right now. And in fact, I don't think there's a relationship here. I do feel all of this is very much saying that you're about to start feeling all of that childhood trauma, or it's coming back up and you're almost wondering, why do I feel this right now? I was doing fine. Doing fine is a very good indicator that you are suppressing a lot. Okay, fine is not where God wants any of us. Fine is I like to call it autopilot. Autopilot is not where God wants us. God wants us flying. He wants us living. He wants us fulfilled. He wants us feeling. He wants us enjoying life. And so when God has, He has usually an awakening point set up for us to where we are in a spot where we can finally do some of this healing. You can do it by way of Reiki, energy healing, or by way of crying, meditating, yoga, whatever you're feeling called to do to get some of this energy. It's literally suppressed energy inside of your body that is holding pain, that needs to be released from your body. And again, the natural way that our body was designed to do that is crying, and it causes a vibration within your core that will actually release that pain healthily. But there are other options as well, Reiki being one of them. I'm just starting to, I'm going to get into a Reiki healing class to learn how to help people heal from that trauma by way of Reiki healing. And so you can look into that in your area as well. But this feels very, very painful. And again, I can see that you can't really see where this is leading or why it's happening. But God says, if I have you going through this, there is a huge purpose behind it. And it's usually to bring you into a new cycle where there's going to be a newfound abundance, where all of those traumatic things you went through in your life, He didn't just have you go through those. Karmic lessons have karmic justice that come along with it. So if you can imagine the opposite of all the trauma you've endured, on the other side of the scale, can you imagine all the opposite of all that trauma? Can you imagine the opposite, the blessings that would be the opposite of all the trauma you've endured? He has all that waiting for you, okay? But in order to get to those blessings, we do have to heal from all of these lessons, is what I'm getting right now. And it is painful, because we actually have to feel that pain or release that pain somehow. And again, I'm not as experienced in the Reiki field as some people, but you may want to look that up. That is another way, I think, another way to heal from some of this is by way of Reiki. Virgo is very strong. Did I say Virgo? I don't know, that might have been my last. Virgo, Taurus, Sagittarius. Virgo is very strong. Could be dealing with a Virgo. You could have a lot of Virgo in your chart. I feel like there is just a lot of healing going on, baby. And look at this. The Three of Wands, the Empress. You could have, I feel like I don't want to focus on love, but if you do have love coming in, they're doing the same thing, the healing, okay? And it is going to lead to marriage and definitely a new phase in your life. Like I said, I feel like we're getting over a very long, lifelong, karmic cycle of your life where you've had to live in lack, in pain, in suffering, in sort of that, what I like to call survival mode for your entire life. And so I feel like you're coming out of survival mode, but it depends on the healing. So in order to come out of survival mode, we truly do have to heal from the pain of the survival mode, all of it that we've had suppressed, that we've endured. Often, again, anything from childhood we usually numbed out and suppressed. So we're going to have to heal from that. but it brings in the Hermit card. This Hermit card, I like to explain to people, it's going to feel a little isolated, a little lonely. It feels very sensitive. It's almost like you're being uncovered. It's almost like you're bare naked. You feel very raw. Your view of yourself, the world, your beliefs, you're being able to see things you weren't able to see before. It's a little uncomfortable. I do have an awakening video on my channel you can go look at if you want to. It feels raw is what it feels like, but more importantly, you're finding your soul and you're losing your ego. And it's a very trying and sensitive time, but you're following your heart finally. You're able to follow your spirit over your ego, and it's a beautiful thing, but it does feel a little scary. With the Three of Wands, God is telling you that this is where He takes over. You've done all the healing that you can do. You're following your spirit, and He's just going to start, because you're doing all the things He's asking. You're going towards all the things that He's calling you towards. Whatever it is. If He's calling you to draw a picture, if He's calling you to lay in bed and cry, if He's calling you to figure out if there's a Reiki healer in your area and go get a Reiki healing session, or if He's calling you to learn how to do Reiki and do Reiki healing sessions on people. I would say, do your own healing first before you try to start healing others. It was a mistake many of us make. Sometimes healing others is healing ourselves as well, so just follow your heart. God says, I'll call you to it, and you just do it. That's what I'm getting right now. And then the Three of Wands is about, you've done all this on your own. You've really come into a place of self-reliance. He's proud of you. He sees all the investments you're making and the things you're doing, and they're not easy, and you're not using anybody, you're not stepping on anybody's face to get to the top of the mountain. You're doing it diligently, you're doing it integrally, and it's all going to be rewarded. With the Justice card as your overarching energy, every single little thing you've ever endured in this lifetime, you're gonna get the opposite of it, okay? Every owie, you're gonna get the blessing for it, okay? I promise this I can promise you. If the work is done. Now, if we stay in that, if we kind of refuse to heal, we will end up staying in that sort of, that lower vibration, and it's not our fault, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's terrifying to heal from some of this trauma, this pain, because we pretty much have to feel it like it was there again. Again, with the exception of the Reiki healing, you may want to look into that, because I do feel like that would be less traumatic than actually feeling and crying it out. I'm not sure. I've never done Reiki healing, so don't quote me on that, but do look into that. There are definitely different ways. Whatever you feel most called to is going to be what's best for you. Always listen to your spirit. Your spirit knows what's best for you, okay? God, whatever you want to call it. But what's coming, baby, is everything you've ever, in your little mind, in your little ideas that have flown in, you've had these dreams of what your dream life would look like. That's already waiting for you on the other side of you healing from all the things that you've had to endure in this lifetime. And that's this Empress energy. It's again that little, I'm watching you kind of float so sneakily through. That's the Empress. She doesn't bother anyone. She doesn't expect anything of others. She doesn't demand, and she doesn't answer to demands. She is loving, she's nurturing, but she's not demanding. And that's where I see you going. You just have so much waiting for you. And God is so proud of you, and I'm so proud of you, and I love you so much, and I'm going to get you a Power of Love card. But this isn't easy. Nobody said it would be easy, but they said it would be worth it, and it will, and I promise you that. Detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. With the Hermit card, that is exactly what, and the World card, it's about really letting go of that. We think that things have to be the way that they always were. They just don't have to be. And I was just, again, talking about this with somebody where our own magic is hidden by our own pain. And so the only way to really uncover and discover our magic is by healing from the trauma that we've had to endure. The trauma wasn't our fault, but the healing is up to us. And so, again, to really, if you think you're magical now, Aquarius, once the pain is healed, you're going to be shocked by your own magic. It's going to be like, you're just going to be, I'm getting like just shocked by your true potential. So I'm so proud of you for all the work you've done, and I can't wait to hear about all the things you do accomplish in this lifetime. The world is your oyster, and it's waiting for you. I love you so much, and I will see you guys next week.